Fall is upon us again for moms and their families. This means balancing school extracurricular activities and busy schedules. But how do we keep our families healthy amidst all the madness? No one is better at juggling life's balancing acts better than Summer Sanders, four-time Olympic champion, mother, and member of Jamba Juice's Healthy Living Council. She's here with us now with some pointers on staying healthy when you're too busy to think about it. Good morning, Summer.
Good morning, and thanks for those wonderful words. But I have to say, I am perfectly imperfect with everything that goes with motherhood, nutrition included. I do the best I possibly can, and I try to arm myself with all the information that I can get.
Yeah, so what do you have for us today? Because I know with your busy schedule just like many parents out there these days, staying healthy on the go can be such a challenge.
On the go is really the key word there. I mean, USA Today had this poll that said 50% of Americans view breakfast as a snack. That's a huge problem when you look at the way we were all raised. And I know everybody's mom out there said the same thing, that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And it truly is for a reason. We are setting ourselves up for either success or to be at our absolute worst by 10 a.m. So you decide what you want to do. And oatmeal, Jamba Juice and I are supporting you with your breakfast through oatmeal. Oatmeal is packed full of fiber, which keeps you full, protein, iron. And now we have our build our own oatmeals where you can put these colorful items on here like the pineapple and the strawberries. We've got coconut, blueberries. Every single one of these foods right here is for a purpose. And I think when you can teach your family that nutrition is from the inside out and keeping yourself healthy is from the inside out, then they really learn it and then they can make their great decisions on their own.
Yeah, and I know from an Olympian's perspective, you've got a lot of tips and tricks up your sleeve when it comes to staying healthy. So what are some maybe guidelines, the first thing we can do to maybe make that change to a healthier lifestyle, whether it's through us or our
Okay, well,
children?
let's just take breakfast by itself. We as parents at breakfast hour are already thinking about what we're going to prepare for dinner, right? As if dinner is the most important meal. And I'm not going to say dinner isn't important, but breakfast is the most important. So think the night before on what you're going to serve for breakfast. Cut up your fruits, get your oatmeal ready or get everything ready that you need to make sure that breakfast is on the table and there's enough time for your family to enjoy it before they have to run to the bus stop. Because we usually are running in the morning. The other thing is to really let your kids be a part of the process. I'm telling you, like, kids love anything to do with food and cooking, and I get it. It can be messy at times, but let them do it and let them explore, because then they'll be more open to trying things. And we have that rule in our house. You can't say you don't like it if you've never tried it.
Isn't that so true? Yeah, especially when it comes to oatmeal like you're talking about too. There are so many ways that you can change it up, change up the flavor that, go to what your taste buds like, and so many other ways just to make it taste good, and it's also healthy.
Absolutely.
Like
in fact, my mom is at home with my kids right now while I'm here, and she sent me this picture saying the kids asked for oatmeal, and they put apples and strawberries and peanut butter and honey in it. So you can put yogurt in it. You can get super creative. It's literally your artwork. So however you want to mold it, you go for it.
Yeah, doesn't it make you feel like a rock star mom when your kids are making those healthy choices when you're not around?
I can't even tell you, if I send my kids off to school with like a healthy full belly, I feel like I've had a successful day. And I know I'm not alone when I say that. I just want them to be armed and ready, and I don't want them to have that feeling of not having enough to go off of. Their brain works off of what they eat. And if I'm not giving that to them, and if I'm not providing it so they can make good choices, then I do feel like, shoot, I missed an opportunity today, and I don't like that feeling.
Yeah. Now, Summer, what about your kids when it comes to eating? I know a lot of parents out there can relate. Do you have a picky eater in your home?
Well, I have one that's pickier than others, so like my daughter, she's my fruit and vegetarian. She loves anything fruit, vegetables. She'll munch on red and yellow and orange peppers like they're candy. She's not as adventurous on the meat side of things and the spice side of things. My son, he'll eat almost anything. And I do feel like that you can't give in to the picky eater. I realize their palate might be different. Maybe it's more delicate, but we have to encourage them to eat what we eat. We do have to set those guidelines and make sure that they explore the world of the culinary arts. Otherwise, when they get older, they're not going to explore and try new foods, and it's such a world out there. I mean, so many new dishes to try, and we certainly want them to feel the freedom and the desire to want to do that. So for me, it starts young. I teach them about what this food does, like how good blueberries are for you, how packed full of vitamin C strawberries are for you. At their school, they just learned about how many different types of tomatoes there are and what lycopene does and all that. And they remember it. They'll bring this information home. They love food. They love about where the food comes from and how it grows. So the process of it all, you can give your kids that information and it really does last a lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you say, I think it's important to recognize that kids really love to imitate their parents. So it's important to be a good role model, you know, especially when it comes to eating healthy. They absolutely just pick up on it.
Yeah, I mean, don't just tell your kids to have breakfast. Sit down and have breakfast with them. It's actually the new dinner, I think. The conversation at breakfast is pretty fun, and you can create that happy, you know, positive attitude to head off on the day. But also, I think it's leading by example everywhere, right? So getting out and being healthy. Don't just tell your kids to get off their electronic devices and get outside. You should get off your electronic device and get outside with them. And it's really fun. I mean, playing with your kids, being healthy with your kids makes you feel like a kid as well. And there's no better way to teach than by example.
Yeah, and putting those electronics down, we could talk about that for hours.
Yeah.
In a good mood, feeling healthy
exactly.
when you wake up. You'll be dancing your way to school if you continue to live this lifestyle that you're talking about today. So.
Exactly. And go to JambaJuice.com. You can get a coupon right now for $2 oatmeal till November 3rd. So jump on that for sure.
All right, Summer, thank you so much for taking some time to chat with us this morning.
Thank you.
We're going to have more on this segment posted to our website. You can just go to fox4morningblend.com.
What would she say about pizza for breakfast? Probably not the healthiest choice. Yeah, we did it. Shield your home. Up next, what Storm Shield can do for you to help protect one of your biggest investments.